And talking about Kenyans and amazing people doing a good job.
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen,
WWF.
We are honored to have the most amazing people in town.
Absolutely.
Who are doing a greater job.
And you know, when WWF first started operations 56 years ago in Kenya, it was all about conservation of wildlife. But they've gone beyond that.
Yes.
Even though their big thing, their big push is to save the black rhino. Because in the 1970s, there were more than 20,000.
As you speak, there are less than 700 of them.
Imagine, Jalas. This year alone,
7 of them have been poached.
Which is an average of?
Almost 1 a month. How sad.
How sad, but there are people doing something about it. And the folks at KWS, led by Harrison, Commander, and Doreen Adongo, they call themselves Rangers, I think, but they will explain to us themselves. Guys, welcome to Hot 96.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm Doreen.
Why'd you look so intimidated, Doreen?
No.
Doreen.
Relax.
If
Doreen.
a rhino cannot scare you,
who are we?
Who are we to scare you?
Am I a rhino?
I'm not to Rambaya kuliko rhino. Doreen, don't even have a horn.
You know, well, I do. Pole.
Doreen, karibuni.
Asante.
Habari ya job.
Salama.
So what do you guys do?
We do rhino monitoring and surveillance at Nairobi National Park, one of the greatest sanctuaries in Kenya that hosts both black and white rhinos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we learned the difference the other day between a black rhino and a white rhino is not the color.
It's not the color.
What is it?
It's just the difference in species, maybe.
And also I think the lips or the mouth.
I don't know.
Go on.
We can talk about the characteristics, the general characteristic that is. More so, if you just come across a rhino, you don't know whether it's black or white. You can check on the mouth. The white ones have a wide mouth.
Wide mouth.
Yeah, and I think that's where the white rhino species came from. Then the black ones are hook-lipped. That helps them to adapt to feeding on the twigs because they browse.
Right.
And if you see a grazing rhino, that's a white rhino, definitely, because they feed on grass mostly. And for the black ones, you see their heads always upwards, try to browse every now and then.
Wow.
And maybe to add something on top of
Please.
that, seeing a white rhino and a black rhino, you'd automatically know that this is what and this a black. Because white rhino, because it grazes, it has big body.
It's much of a bigger body.
Is
large.
Big, and the head is always
Huge.
down,
All right.
busy grazing. And the black rhino is always alert.
Okay.
Of which, if you come across the black rhino, it will not give you time to
escape.
Yeah, it will.
It'll charge you.
Yeah.
But I hear rhinos have bad vision. Is it bad vision or what is it that they have?
Bad
We say they have poor vision.
Poor vision.
Yeah, but they have high affinity to smell. So even if they don't capitalize on seeing you, they can smell you quite a distance.
Yeah.
So and that gives us a challenge, mostly when we are monitoring the rhinos, because you have to check on the direction of the wind mostly, and you have to keep a distance of between 30 to 40 meters.
Otherwise, it'll come after you.
Otherwise, it'll come after.
Have you all been chased? Have you been?
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
And? Doreen, tell us.
Don't talk. Have you ever been chased by one?
Yeah, I've met one.
And?
Not really meeting, but I've been chased by one. Okay, when we do monitoring, sometimes if you come a black rhino, you take your time to sight, to see if it's who or who, because they have notches. So during the process, maybe it can get you, maybe the wind change all of a sudden. Then if that happens, you just go off its way.
Okay, hold
down.
on, Doreen. When it chased you, how long did it chase you? What did you turn around and run? Did you do a little side step? What'd you do?
No.
Did you run up a tree?
The goodness with the black rhino, when it charges, it go right away. It don't find you like a buffalo. So you just
it charges on one straight line.
yeah, if it charges,
So if you move out of the way, it'll keep going.
It keeps going. Yeah.
Same with you, Harrison?
For me, I think my episode was different. There was a time we had a black rhino that was somehow lonely. It had been chased out of its territory. And we thought that the rhino was sick. So we sought services from the vet department. And we went right head on. I with my 2 colleagues and a doctor with his assistant. And the most unfortunate thing was the rhino, we noticed that it was not sick, but it was just lonely. So what happened, we left some guys on the road, then we walked right to where the rhino was. Then after it got our smell, it just charged on us. Fortunately enough, me and the dog assistant, we managed to climb up the tree.
Okay, there was a tree close
There
by.
was a tree close by. A very thorny tree. But funny enough, I never got pricked anyway.
So 2 of you are up in a tree.
Yeah.
Where are the other 2?
The other 2, they ran to a tree that had fallen. That was about less than a meter high.
Okay.
Then the rhino got so close to them, less than 4 meters from where they were. Because of the way they couldn't balance. So the guy's gun was down, mine was down. I only had a camera from the top of the tree.
Right.
And then I couldn't make any noise. Because if I could have done so, it would have charged right to where the guys were. So we had to keep quiet and we just had a moment
How
of
long?
silence.
How long?
For about 5 good minutes. But it looked like a whole day. Waiting.
You know, listen to this, huh? These guys are not, they're not. I was watching CNN the other day, right? Inside Africa. Just to digress, Kidogo. They were relocating rhinos from South Africa to Rwanda. First time in many years, right? They had one of the most experienced rhino trackers, rangers ever. A Hungarian guy. Flown in just to make sure the relocation was fine. Do you know one morning they charged him and gored him to death? Wow. This guy, expert for like 30 years in rhinos.
What?
Gored to death.
You're one of them.
Don't mess with these things, huh? We're talking 10 tons of pure muscle.
Paka nimeanza kuogopa hii kazi. Na nilikuwa nataka baadaye nikimaliza kazi ya radio ningie kwa Rangers jamani. Dorin, so kazi yenu huwa inaanza saa ngapi?
Kazi yetu tunaifanya 24 hours, lakini asubuhi tunaamka 6. Because at 6 we are able to find the rhinos browsing, others grazing in the plains. Especially the black rhinos during the night, in the evening times. We find them out of the forest. Now they browse. So we start at 6 in the morning.
6 asubuhi.
Yeah, our patrols and monitoring. Yeah.
And also, it's foot patrol and car patrol.
We mostly capitalize on foot patrols.
It's foot.
Yeah.
But you have your guns with you, huh?
We have our guns with us. And the main reason we capitalize on foot patrols, we can be able to pick any illegal activity that could be happen in the park. And the rhinos mostly, the black ones, they don't like play open grounds. They mostly graze on the shrubs, on the gorges of the park.
Yes.
And that's why you can't access with the vehicles.
Correct.
So we combine the two, both vehicle and foot patrols.
And these black rhinos, they're very lonely, aren't they? They're very, they like to be alone.
Yeah. Most of them are lonely. They are loners.
They're loners.
Yeah.
Why? Is that their nature?
That's their nature. If you come across the white ones, they are mostly very social. You can meet a group of about 5, 6, 7, 8 together. But for black ones, not unless it's a family. That's when you can see it could be a mom with a calf, or a mom, a calf, and a male. But mostly, you find them solitary.
And tell me something. These two, I know they don't mix black and white, right? But can they graze together? Can they being grouped together?
They do.
Uh-huh.
They can group together.
So you see those ones are black and those ones are white, but they're, eating differently, whatever.
Yeah.
Here at the national park, how many rhinos do we have?
It's quite a good question. But one thing we don't do for security reasons.
Okay.
We don't disclose the numbers.
The numbers. But kuna manyang'au wale makocha. I wish
Wanasikiza?
one day
Wanasikiza?
the rhino can smell two of them. To charge kiuno ya moja paka asahau pale alikuwa.
Okay, so you cannot reveal the number.
We can't reveal the number.
But you have...
We have one of the best breeding rhino sanctuaries in Kenya. And tunapeana rhino nje sana.
Kutoka zikitoka
new sanctuaries zinaanza
zinapata rhinos kutoka hapa.
Rhinos from Nairobi National Park.
That's a good question. When people have a private sanctuary, munauza, nikuuza au nikulend? Or both?
I don't know how that goes on.
Okay.
That is done by the management.
Yes.
I don't understand that very well.
Yeah.
But I think there must be an agreement.
There's an
Yes.
agreement.
The conditions that you are the conditions that you are supposed to meet.
Yeah. There was a story not too long ago. There was was it a rhino that was poached in the national park? Was it a rhino?
Yeah.
It was, right?
It was.
A few months ago.
No. It was in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it under your watch?
It was under our watch.
What happened?
Let's say it was an unfortunate encounter.
Well, look, they're always unfortunate. But tell us, what did you wake up one day and find?
Yeah.
Imechinjwa?
That was very sad.
Terrible. In the park.
That was terrible. I remember we were doing patrols in the morning.
I can see how sad Dorina's got when
the
death of
I feel like one of our own
yeah.
went.
What was his name?
What was the name?
The name was Ellie.
Ellie.
She was a female. And the unfortunate thing was that she was pregnant. She was just about
to give birth.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was the most unfortunate thing that had happened.
Yeah.
And we just woke up to those sad news. It was on a Saturday morning, I remember. I with my boss, we couldn't believe what we heard from the patrol team that was patrolling on that side.
Mukakimbia huko.
Tukakimbia huko.
Had the horn been removed?
Yeah.
So what do they do? In the middle of the night, they do this?
It was done in the middle of the
night. Na hamuna patrols saizo?
We have patrols, but I think whoever did that, he was a guy who usually worked in the park.
He knew his way around.
He knew his way. He knew how we operate our things. So he knew how he would try and enter into the park without being noticed. Choose the right site that would be somewhere like a dead ground where the sound of the gun would be heard that much. And unfortunately or fortunately, he managed to do so.
Goodness. And how do they remove this horn?
They use very scrupulous methods. Some use hacksaws, some use axes.
Goodness.
Because they do it very fast.
Correct, they have to leave immediately.
Yeah.
Ay, Poleni.
So it was very unfortunate.
Yeah, but since then, no loss.
Since then, no loss. We have
been
able to control the situation. That is through the management has given us. We had 2 recruitments that followed. 2014, 2015. They have beefed up. They have assisted us in beefing up the security of the park, and they've been able to establish more security blocks.
Yeah. Tell me something. Do you have orders to shoot on sight?
Yeah. We have orders to shoot on sight.
If it was not there, I would give it immediately. As the commander of the KWS,
yes,
I, Jalango, decide. If you see a poacher, shoot immediately.
On sight.
Yes. Whether it's not a poacher or just somebody milking, whatever. We don't care what you are doing in the park at the middle of the night.
What are you doing
What
here?
are you doing?
Right.
You utambia Mungu uko juu. That's very sad.
No, it's terrible.
And the reason
have you ever encountered these poachers?
For us, in Nairobi National Park, we've not. But in bigger parks like the Savos, Meru National Park, we have those guys who have encountered those things. And we're always prepared to take on them.
You are.
Because if you don't take them down, they'll take you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the simple logic.
So there's no use of arresting these guys. Ati tuende kotini.
Usipomaliza anakumaliza.
Atakumaliza.
Yeah.
How long have you both been in the KWS, Doreen?
I've been there for 3 years.
3 years. What were you doing before?
No, I was in NYS.
NYS, kutoka NYS.
Ile ya Waiguru?
Ile ya Waiguru.
Oh, sorry. No.
Ni kabla Waiguru.
Oh, okay.
3 years.
Harrison, and I check.
Harrison, how long have you been there?
I've been there for the past 10 years.
Wow.
10 years.
I joined in 2007.
So do you have ranks? Do you have what's your rank? Let's say Harrison.
I'm a Koplo.
There you go. The stripe, 2 stripes. And Doreen?
I'm a ranger.
Ranger.
Still a ranger.
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 Na wapi sniper? Kuna.
Si wote ni masniper. Siwende ujifanye ati wewe ndio unapenda nini Rhino huko ndani tuone sasa. Tukia mmoja moto kwa matako pako. Hey! Unanibalisha tafadhali.
All right, folks, tell us about, before we go to a break, I understand people can actually come and adopt a rhino. Right?
Yeah.
Tuambieni.
How does that work? Doreen?
Oh, maybe I'll ask my friend to answer.
Harrison, tuambie.
The adoption program is one of the programs that I think KWS is working with other stakeholders to try and kind of give an opportunity for people to feel that they are right doing the conservation job and they have an impact directly in this sense. If you bring some donations that will assist in securing these animals, making sure that they are well secured, making sure that they are well kept, that makes it easier for those guys who are conserving, and even for you feel that whatever you are giving is well acknowledged. And the adoption program has assisted us so much because you give the priorities. The equipment could be that are needed. That is what you give to the donors. They provide. Then after that, they come and assess. Is whatever we are donating, is the rhino that we are adopting, is it really giving whatever we are supposed to get from it? Yeah.
And other than the Nairobi National Park, Harrison, you've been there for 10 years at KWS. Where else have you worked for them? Which are the parks?
I worked at Machakos Station, where I was dealing with human-wildlife conflicts at the Greater Machakos. It was by then it was the Greater Machakos, where we could cover Makueni, Kitui, some parts of Kangundo, the larger Machakos now. But after there, that's when I joined Nairobi National Park in 2008.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That I just worked at Machakos.
Yeah.
But all the other times, I've dedicated my job as a rhino ranger, and that's where my passion lies.
Clearly you have that passion, both of you, and we're going to talk more about your passion and also Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, the partnership
and the support
that you all have.
They've given the rhinos.
Correct.
More so now with the hashtag Save the Black Rhino Now, so that we can know how they're partnering up with KWS to make sure that the rhinos are safe, the rhinos are conserved, and there will be no poaching.
Absolutely. We're speaking to some very passionate KWS personnel here. Harrison Kamande is a corporal with KWS, 10 years experience, and Doreen Adongo, a ranger. Ranger. Talk about saving the black rhino, folks. This is great talk. This is interesting. This is fantastic. It's passionate, and it's being done by us. See you.
Wow, kabisa.
Sisi.
It's the Hot Breakfast with Jeff and Jelano.